PUBG has a huge problem with cheaters. No, what you mean to say is online video games have a huge problem with cheaters. Every game does. And not to sound jaded, but you go play any online video game, especially some kind of competitive game with a ranked scene, tons and tons of cheaters, bro. It's not a PUBG problem. Wow. He got like 2 bullets. He had a helmet and no... Wow. Some damage multiplier, I guess, huh? Thought that was a person at first. I think PUBG 2 would jump. Oh, I don't know. Like, it'd be interesting to see because, you know, we got, like I said, probably a few years before the game even comes out. And so the market is going to dictate. I think the market's going to dictate severely how PUBG 2 is announced. Cost, price point, all that kind of stuff, you know? If it were to release today, I would say it's going to release free-to-play heavy microtransactions. Yeah, he got deleted. That's what I'm saying. Like, I hit him in the head once, I know, but like, good grief. Just, I didn't expect to kill him that quickly, honestly. Yeah, so if it released today, I would expect free-to-play heavy microtransactions. But, you know, who in 2 years, the market might shift to where consumers are just expecting to pay for a game now that maybe has, you know, a less heavy-handed microtransaction. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. But it just, I think it completely depends on the market, is what I'm trying to say. You know, PUBG 1 came out with a $40 price point and eventually went free to play, heavy microtransactions. And obviously I don't know their books, but if I had to just make a educated guess, they're probably making a lot of money microtransactions right now. And, you know, they have to appease their shareholders. It makes a lot of sense if they say free to play, but heavy microtransactions again. It worked the first time, why not do it the second time? But who knows? We'll see. I'd be okay with it either way, to be honest. The main thing is just transparency, you know? Like that new Hannah skin. I know that, like, I only bought it to show you guys. I know that I wouldn't have bought that otherwise. I wouldn't have spent money on it because to me it just isn't worth it. So the microtransaction thing doesn't really do much for me. The progressive skin stuff, yeah, that's a bit of a scam-matic, right? Not very... Oh, I need to get a scope or something, huh? Not very efficient and fair to get one of those ranked up. I think that should be reevaluated. Ooh, Forex. That's lucky. Just walking to this random shack. Oh, look, exactly what I need. Yo, what's up, Matthias? I just want good gunplay. You're full of shit. No, Matthias, you want no cheaters, bro. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Matthias wants no cheaters in his solo ranked lobbies. The solo squad ranked lobbies. What's up, homie? Doink, 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 doink. That'd be another big one. We got. Unfortunately, you've had no choice but to get used to it. Why do you think Fortnite got an unlimited before PUBG? just different development team. They had different priorities. They saw the vision. They saw the future. They were more willing to shake things up. Maybe they had more financial backing at first. You know, I don't know. There's a number of reasons. Like Fortnite was a little bit of a different animal, I think, because, you know, Fortnite never changed hands. I think a big thing with PUBG is that people kind of forget is that it's like PUBG was not made by Krafton. You know, it was made by this very small indie developer who eventually sold the rights and the IP and all that to a bigger developer who had no real background on the game. They hadn't worked in the game. They didn't like come up with the vision. They had no real ties to like, oh, this is our baby. And I think that has a lot to do with it, because when a company does that, again, I have no experience in this kind of realm. I'm just thinking like from a business sense. You know, if I were to invest in the purchase of a game company, the first thing I wouldn't want to do is have my, you know, new creative director of that game studio go, hey, listen, we appreciate you spending how many millions of dollars we spent buying this game. I actually want to make a whole new game engine, though, for this game. It's going to cost another $50 million to do that, but we think long term it's going to pay off. No, I'd be like, this is crazy. No, I want to see some profits first, right? Like, it's like, that's probably what PUBG was doing, is that the company who bought it, you know, Krafton, is going, no, look, we need to see ROI, a return on investment. And, you know, they have their own shareholders to appease to and all that stuff. So it was probably never very viable for them to be like, yeah, let's go ahead and spend the hundreds of millions or whatever it's going to cost to remake this game into Unreal Engine 5. And then by the time they did start it, you know, they're way behind the eight ball, way behind the curve from other companies who already did start that. So that's kind of what I think. I don't know if that's true. I have no reason to believe it is or isn't true. Like, that's just, you know, my personal opinion. Could be complete bullshit. I don't know, but that's kind of like what I think, because it's not cheap to make UE5, like to remake a game. It's like literally hundreds of millions of dollars probably to remake this game, and it's no guarantee that it's made properly, and there's no guarantee that it's going to be a success. You know, there's so many question marks there, so it's just way safer for them to be like, look, let's just really make this the best we can make it. And then, you know, at some point in that process, they realize, oh, we can go free to play, follow the Fortnite meta, do a bunch of microtransactions, you know, and like, look, that's made them a boatload of money. PUBG has a huge problem with cheaters. No, what you mean to say is online video games have a huge problem with cheaters. Every game does. And not to sound jaded, but you go play any online video game, especially some kind of competitive game with a ranked scene, tons and tons of cheaters, bro. It's not a PUBG problem. Not Counter-Strike, bro. Cap. Come on, cap. Every online video game right now, tons of cheaters. I watch videos from content creators across all kinds of games. They all have tons of cheaters. Even Halo, the Master Chief Collection, a 10-plus-year-old game, which is, you know, collection of all the Halos technically, but even that game, still tons of cheaters on it. Destiny, tons of cheaters on it. Tarkov, infested. The word infested is everywhere in the, like, bro, it's everywhere. And the reason why it's everywhere is because there's millions of dollars to be made from these game companies, not game companies, these cheat developers, to make cheats for these games. And they force the game developers to spend millions to try to combat the cheaters. And it's a never-ending back and forth. Never ending. This guy want to come to my building? Hello? Oh. I hear my daughter's home. Yeah, like I used to say all the time, man, that I don't run into that many cheaters in PUBG. You know, like I play, obviously right now my play time is gonna be a lot less, but you know, usually 20. Oh, right there. Like 20 hours a week. And I run into like maybe one cheater a day. So like whatever, 4 or 5 cheaters a week. That's not that much. But I always got to put that little asterisk there. You know, like I play solo North America FPP servers. So a very small player base that I play with consistently. If you go play ranked, way more cheaters. Matthias can attest to that, obviously. And other regions do have higher percentage of cheaters. It just kind of is what it is. So depending on where you play, your experience is going to be different, you know? Oh, yeah, yeah. So if you're getting the VPNers too, that's, you know, that kind of feeds into what I was just saying. It's like, yeah, other regions are going to have more cheaters. But yeah, I have very, very few cheaters. Most of the times it's just like level 500 demons that I run into. Especially like late night, you know, random squads or whatever kind of stuff. Some of them are on alt accounts. Oh. One of my strategies I like to do though, like just to make sure nobody knows I'm cheating, is I just miss a lot. And if I do that, like I'm usually pretty good. Whoa, that guy just zorp. Did you see that guy zorp? What the f? Dude, what the f? The dude just zoop. Yeah, I like to just miss a lot. Just to make sure everyone knows in the community, CDome's not cheating. Or he's toggling. That's the way to the top, Matthias. Just tell everyone, bro. See, look, I strategically missed like 3 shots just to hit 1, just to make sure that guy knows when I kill him in a minute, I'm not cheating. Oh, I blew up his truck. I think there's still a guy in this building. No troll. Because there was a Dragunov shooter a long time ago. Like a suppressed Dragunov. And that guy had a Mark 12, I'm pretty sure. I think this guy has a bolt, so I do have to be careful about him just doinking me. Try to call emergency flare cover to protect my truck. It landed on it and blew it up. Hey, never let him know your next move, alright? You never let him know your next move. How you stay one step ahead? You think I need this truck? Nobody's getting this truck. Who do you think you are? I am. Like right there at the shack. I'm telling you, this guy, I think this guy's right in front of me. This guy has not peeked, at least from what I can tell. He's not, that guy's not shooting anyone either, so he's just hunker down. I guess we all are, right? Woo! Woo! Double headshot and then a little neck to finish the job. My level 3 helmet went night-night. Okay, that guy has an M249 maybe? Oh look, self-res. It's everywhere! Everybody has self-res! See down top of the fucking clickbait, bro. It's everywhere. Where? Why is my car going so slow? I really want to loot this guy to get his helmet. But I don't know where I murdered him at. Unlucky. Uh oh, I'm dead. Just kidding. Kobe. Oh, I should let the grenade do the job. Do I die for this? Hold on, let me see. Maybe. 3, 2, 1, I'm dead. Squirty. Crash here, maybe? I feel like there's gonna be people up above me too, so I don't know, maybe it's not a good idea. There's 6 people left. There's some... yeah, there's some shots out here. Just gotta miss a couple. Don't wanna Give away your cheats. Just missed a couple. Remember, it's Destin. Everyone's gonna have jammer backpacks. Fully expect... Yep. Fully expect some Blue Zone Warriors behind you. I wonder if that was the Dragonoff guy that I called out earlier. Whoa! Hey, don't do that again, bro. Yeah, that's what I thought. Smart not to repeat that same side, though. Oops. Shot my own car. What is this spot even? I don't even know what the hell this is. I'm not trolling. I don't think I've ever played this spot. I'm surrounded by men. Oh boy. Like, do I play this? I don't know. This isn't bad if I can just kill that guy. You know what I'm saying? If I kill him, I'm actually in pretty decent spot here, I think. Playable wise. I don't like getting caught on all this stupid shit though. That's not good. Guy's got an SMG. He's gonna delete me. Nice nade, bro. Oh, I got stuck on that. He's getting shot by everyone else now, though. Nice nade. I'm prone. Should do reduced damage here. Okay, who did that guy just kill? Okay. Okay, so 1 and 1. What? So the guy's gonna have great spot right there. I gotta be careful with this. That could get pinched between both these guys. Like, this other guy probably goes down into that. But who knows, it might be a gamer. Should have come to my hill, you know? 4x and a pistol? I mean, this might be a hot take. I think big scope should be limited to big guns. Like, SMGs and pistols should be red dot only. If they're not going to bounce them the other way. This guy just proned on me? Hold on. That's in. He's probably just prone right there. What's this guy doing? I'm going to get naded if he sees that I'm here. So I got to be really careful. If I see him, I got to delete him. I think honestly there's one guy there and then one guy just kind of right here. And I have no lethal util. Might as well repair the vest, I guess, since I got a second. Like, see that random nade came from over there? So he's definitely over there, right? He knows I'm over here. Because I walked up. He probably heard me. I'm barely in at this rock. I really just have to worry about this guy. And how he's going to rotate. Because if he comes to me, I 1v1 him, hopefully. Then I turn and get this guy as he's pushing to me. If I'm really lucky, these two guys 1v1, and then I mop up. Or I just get deleted because I'm bad at the game by the guy who wraps up high. That's also very possible. That's a very probable solution, is that I just whiff my shots, I get drilled by the bronze bomber. And he takes the high ground. Okay. Was really not expecting that play. He caught me off guard. Like, what a ballsy play that was. Nice. Good shots. GG. Yeah, that's 100% my bad. I mean, I literally just let him get right on top of me, and then I whiffed all my shots. GG, bud.